I stared at the
How
pregnancy
could you
test
do
on the
this?
bathroom counter, the two pink lines
To
glaring
us.
back like an accusation I couldn't comprehend. "John, it's ours," Sarah whispered, her eyes wide with feigned joy. But there was a flicker, something off in the way her smile didn't reach her eyes. "We've been trying for years," doctors shaking their heads at my low count, her irregular cycles. "Miracles happen, right?" But as she hugged me, her perfume mixed with a scent that wasn't mine, a knot twisted in my gut. That was the moment the world started cracking. We'd been married 8 years, high school sweethearts turned suburban dreamers. Sarah, with her auburn curls and laugh that could light up a room, was my anchor. I worked long hours as an accountant, crunching numbers to build our future, a cozy house in the suburbs, plans for kids we'd name after our parents. But lately, she'd been distant, phone glued to her hand, late nights at book club or girls' trips. I chalked it up to stress from her job as a real estate agent, showing houses to strangers while I balanced ledgers. "You're paranoid," I tell myself, pushing down the unease. It started small. One evening, I came home early, flowers in hand to surprise her. The house was empty, but her car was in the driveway. I called her cell, voicemail. Hours later, she breezed in, cheeks flushed, dress rumpled. "Traffic was a nightmare," she said, pecking my cheek. "Met some clients for drinks after a showing." Her story checked out, or so I thought. But that night, as she slept, her phone buzzed. I glanced over, a text from Jim Buddy. "Last night was wild. Can't wait for round 2. My heart hammered. I deleted it, ashamed of my suspicion. Denial is a warm blanket. I wrapped myself in it. Days blurred into weeks. Sarah's morning sickness hit hard, and I held her hair back, whispering encouragements. "Our little miracle," she'd say, hand on her belly. But the doubts gnawed. I remembered her girls' weekend 2 months back, for days in Vegas with friends I'd never met. She came back glowing, but exhausted, blaming slot machines and cocktails. I found a receipt in her purse for a hotel suite, far pricier than she'd mentioned. "Why the upgrade?" I asked casually over dinner. She laughed it off. "Splurge for fun. Don't be jealous, babe." Her eyes darted away, and I felt the first real stab of anger, hot and unfamiliar. I couldn't let it go. Late at night, while she slept, I scrolled her phone. Password was our anniversary. Trust, right? Messages deleted. But in her email trash, a chain from a dating app. "Can't wait to see you 4 studs tonight." One read, with winking emojis. My world tilted. 4 men? A secret meetup? I pieced it together. The Vegas trip wasn't with girls. Photos in her cloud, blurry shots of a bar, laughter, arms around strangers. One email confirmed a group adventure arranged online. I rose in my throat. The pregnancy timeline matched perfectly. She claimed I was a dad, but we'd only been intimate once that month, and the doctors had said my chances were slim. Heartbreak crashed over me like a wave. I loved her. God, I did. Memories flooded. Our wedding vows under oak trees, her tears when my mom passed, lazy Sundays in bed. How could she shatter us? Suspicion turned to rage, but I played along, smiling through ultrasounds, buying cribs. Inside, I plotted. Revenge wasn't about destruction. It was about truth, exposing the lie she'd built our future on. I hired a private investigator discreetly, using savings she'd never touched. Reports came in. The 4 men identified from app logs, 2 locals, 2 out-of-towners. One was married, another a colleague. The PI dug deeper. DNA possibilities, hotel footage showing her entering with them, laughing, arm in arm. The betrayal burned, a fire in my chest. I confronted her one rainy evening, dinner cold on the table. "Sarah, who's the father?" My voice was steady, but my hands shook. She froze, fork midway. "What? You are... John, why would you..." "I know about Vegas. The meetup. The 4 guys." I slid the photos across the table. Her face crumpled, tears instant. "It was a mistake," she sobbed. "I was lonely. You were always working. It meant nothing, just fun. But the baby's yours, I swear." Liar. The word escaped like venom. Tests confirmed my infertility was near absolute. Paternity was impossible. She broke down, admitting the fling, the thrill of secrecy. I didn't know I'd get pregnant. I thought we'd raise it together. Anger surged, but so did pity. She wasn't evil, just broken, seeking validation in shadows. Still, trust evaporated like mist. I filed for divorce quietly, but revenge? Epic, calculated. I gathered evidence, emails, photos, even statement from the men. One confessed everything when I threatened exposure. At the divorce hearing, I didn't just leave. I revealed it all. Her family, friends, our community, invited as support. The judge read aloud the paternity results. Not mine. Gasps echoed. Sarah's parents stayed in horror. Her sister fled the room. I donated the crib to charity, sold the house, and walked away with half, plus alimony reversed due to fraud. But the real revenge? I started a blog anonymously, titled Betrayed and Reborn, sharing the story without names. But she knew. It went viral. Thousands relating to the pain, the collapse. Offers poured in. Book deals, podcasts. I rebuilt, dating a kind woman who valued honesty. Months later, Sarah messaged, "I'm sorry. The babies were one of them now. I lost everything." I didn't reply. Closure came in silence, reflection in the mirror. I'd survived, stronger, no longer defined by her lies. Walking into my new life, the sun felt warmer. Betrayal scars, but revenge? It heals in unexpected ways.